Dear users of Reddit, was I wrong to leave after my father read my personal emails to the family?
My landlord walked through the door with two strangers, their scorecards already out before I could even ask what they wanted. As soon as I opened the front door, their eyes widened, taking in the scattered dishes on the kitchen counter and the half-finished coffee stains on the rug. "Just a quick walkthrough," he said dismissively, as if nothing unusual were happening. One tenant commented that my bed sheets looked used, another noted the coffee stains on the rug. My heart raced. I realized they were raiding every corner of my home. "Stop," I demanded, but it was too late. They had already started scribbling notes. That's when I saw the line on his card: current tenant cooperation, excellent to difficult. I took those scorecards off the counter and told everyone the tour was over. Now, he says I embarrassed him and made future rentals harder to market, but I think it's humiliating to be rated like merchandise in front of guests. The room fell silent after I pulled the scorecards away. The other tenants exchanged glances, and then one of them cleared her throat. Another whispered something to my landlord, who nodded slightly. He turned back to me, saying, "Look, I understand why you feel upset, but it wasn't meant to be about you." Everyone pressed me to see it differently. They argued it was an awkward situation but fixable, and keeping the conflict going created more drama than the incident itself. But I couldn't ignore the real issue. Being pressured to pretend it didn't matter was what truly hurt. I refused because I believed it was wrong to let such a boundary violation slide, even if it seemed minor compared to the bigger picture. I asked my roommate, my dad, to help me clean up so I wouldn't look unreasonable. She sighed, clearly uncomfortable herself, but agreed. We quickly tidied the place, trying to make everything presentable. As we worked, she glanced nervously towards the hallway where the landlord stood talking. "This is ridiculous," she muttered under her breath. "They should have handled this privately," she added, her voice barely audible. Her words echoed in my mind, adding pressure to the situation. Later, my landlord called me into his office. His excuse: "We need to maintain high standards for our properties. These are potential tenants, not friends." I knew exactly what he meant by that. It felt like a trap, a setup designed to humiliate me publicly. I insisted that respecting privacy mattered, especially since I was moving out soon anyway. "It's just a formality," he said with a shrug, "but your reaction makes it seem worse than it is." Despite his assurances, I refused to play along. "Respecting boundaries matters whether it's formal or informal," I replied firmly. "If you can't handle that, maybe this isn't the best fit for both of us." My refusal left him speechless, and as he walked out, I heard him mutter, "Fine, do whatever you want, but don't say I didn't warn you." Would you have let the tour continue, or was I right to shut it down?